What is the pettiest, silliest, most meaningless hill you are willing to die on? The people on the elevator exit first, that means before the losers waiting for the elevator enter. Always. Every time. No exceptions. If I'm riding an elevator, and you try to get on before letting me off, I will make it awkward for everyone involved and I will have literally no shame. Is negative shame possible? I will have negative shame for making you feel awkward trying to block me from getting off the elevator. Please don't try to have a conversation with me when I'm in another room, especially if I'm doing dishes, laundry, making food, showering, etc. I'm trying to listen to you, but cannot clearly hear what you're saying. Odds are I'm going to ask you to repeat yourself 3 times or I'm going to ignore you until I can come to where you are. Either way, you'll likely be pissed about it. I now understand why that pissed my mother off so much when I was younger. Put shit back where you got it from. Every day, something that happens every day, ordinary, unremarkable. If you were given $1 million, what's the first thing you would do with it? Invest it in the stock market and turn it into a cool $750,000. Pay off my bills. People talk about investing to make it more. I'm buying a freaking house for the family. Ever since I was born I've been renting, never ever been in a house that my family owned. Even if it uses all the money, I don't care. I want my parents to have a house they can live in until they die. Make sure any necessary taxes were paid on it. I don't want Uncle Sam sending me a tax bill after I've spent the money. Then pay off my student loans, buy a reasonable but fun car, and invest the rest in my portfolio. Let it grow over time as my safety net and retirement fund. I would get so much more utility out of it just knowing I had a safety net and a secure retirement. That is so much stress off my back, so much worry alleviated. To me, that is worth more than any toy or bullshit I could waste the money on. Plus, I can invest in some income-producing investments and pull a portion of that to supplement my normal income. Use that for an annual vacation, or to buy some creature comforts. Generally, $1 million isn't enough to retire on, so I'm going to keep on working. I'll just work and live a better life knowing I won't be screwed if I'm fired or laid off. Confirm that the money is fully legal and mine with no restrictions. Set aside $400,000 for taxes. Replenish my emergency fund. Pay off my debt. Catch up with my retirement savings. And it's gone. I'm a millennial. No energy left for dreaming. Pay off my student loans. Then with the remaining $30 I would buy a shit ton of Taco Bell. What's a delicious poor man's meal? Okay, as a Russian I am telling you potato is the best food there is. It's cheap, you can cook it multiple different ways so you will not get tired of it, also it won't get bad easily, get rotten. My ancestors survived cold winters and wars just by eating potatoes. You can slice it into thin slices and fry it or just boil it with hot water or oven it, barbecue it, literally everything. I make hobo dinner when I go camping. Ground beef, onions, carrots, potatoes and a bit of garlic. Wrap it in tin foil, I prefer the non-stick kind, and throw it on some coals in your campfire. My friends who have never camped with me are always impressed. Baked potato with cheese and broccoli on top. Buy a pound of baking potatoes, a block of cheese, and frozen bag of broccoli. It'll make you at least 36 of those. If you're feeling really crazy, then throw in some chili too. Canned chili for hot dogs works best. It can be as cheap as like 0.50 cents. Congee. Add rice and lots of water to a pot. Can keep it plain or sprinkle some chicken bouillon powder and fresh ginger slices. Cook until it reaches creamy porridge consistency. Top your bowl with scallions. I make this when I'm feeling sick since it's easy on the stomach. Sometimes Little Caesars throws pizzas in the dumpster outside after close. Buttered toast with cinnamon and sugar. Spaghetti with oil and garlic. Quick, easy, cheap. If school was a game, what would be some loading screen tips? Remember to take your pen back after the class is done. Turn off your HUD so you don't know the time. It goes by faster. There would be no tips on the loading screens, just images of that undying S, locker room drawings, desk carvings and what's on the cafeteria lunch menu for the day. Just because she doesn't hate you doesn't mean she loves you. Be careful. Not everything served in the cafeteria is edible. Go to TH music room after hours for special interactions. If all illegal drugs became legal to purchase and consume, which drug would you try? DMT. Was I supposed to wait? Serotonin. Anything that puts me to sleep instead of being stuck with daydreams in bed. LSD. I would try heroin when I'm close to the end, where if it kills me it's no great loss. I've always wanted to know what is so good about it that it makes otherwise rational people sail their ships straight into the rocks. What is your favorite movie of all time? Op should have asked, and why, and this thread would gather more steam. My Cousin Vinny is a movie I could watch 20 times and I'd still laugh at it. Oh brother, where art thou? Such great music and quotable lines. My dad is gone now, and listening to his booming laugh when I said, well, I'll be a son of a bitch. Del Mar's been saved. Was my favorite thing ever. I could always make him laugh with that. The Thing, 1982. What advice would you give a 21-year-old that really wants to move to a new state but has never lived alone before? Get a job lined up before you go and do it, friend. Security and awareness are key. Research any area heavily before committing to a lease. Pay your bills on time and keep a rainy day fund. Also, don't rush into getting a pet. Have fun. Edit. Thank you, kind stranger, for the gold. People have offered good advice. I'd like to add one thing. Remember to clean your place, apartment, room, whatever, regularly. Make your bed. Do the dishes. All of it. This way, it doesn't pile up. It is more healthy and it instantly puts you in a good mood. Have a backup plan, some finances, and be open-minded about what you will do for $20. I have a standard piece of advice I've given many times: you can have a job you hate and be broke anywhere you want, so you may as well do those things where you want. Friends have moved all over the world just to be some places they've always dreamed, and they've never once regretted taking the chance. Best case scenario, you find a job you like, you aren't broke and you love where you are. Can things be worse? Sure. But they can be worse if you stay where you are, too. Make a plan, set goals to get where you want to go, then go.